South Carolina's spot as the first stop on the Democratic presidential primary is in jeopardy. Democratic Party leaders are considering changing the primary calendar. Caroline Yaffa explains.
Early voting can mean early influence, and South Carolina is fighting to stay first in line. With new DNC leadership, the primary election calendar could be rewritten.
Democrats lost the 2024 presidential election. There's a great saying in business, is that winners never innovate. That's the truth also with politics. It's usually the losing side who says we need to do something different.
Being the first state to vote in the Democratic primary means South Carolina essentially sets the tone for the presidential race. Now other states, including Iowa and New Hampshire, are trying to be the first stop in the primary. Democratic leaders and political experts say diversity is important for the party, and the state has a lot of it.
One of the most important pieces of that equation is just the sheer diversity of our population. South Carolina is a very diverse state. Our African American population is significant in South Carolina, which obviously plays a significant role.
Black voters in this country have long been the backbone of the Democratic Party. The earliest states historically have been Iowa and New Hampshire, which happen to be two of the whitest states in the entire country. South Carolina, on the other hand, has a significant black population.
But Republicans say this will not impact them.
It has driven their decision-making process has come down to race. It doesn't matter whether South Carolina is their first primary or California is their first primary. They're going to continue to be radical and push people away from that party.
Chair of the Democratic Party in South Carolina, Crystal Spain, says many Democratic leaders have visited South Carolina, and they've had big turnouts in rural areas.
The biggest takeaway for us as the Democratic Party to see our Democratic candidates, our Democratic leaders to be able to go over in very rural counties and be very well received.
The best thing for Republicans is basically to give Democrats a microphone and let them tell people what they really believe. I mean, the more they've been doing that, the better we've been doing here, particularly in rural parts of South Carolina.
South Carolina received the top spot in 2024 from a move backed by President Joe Biden, who won South Carolina's Democratic primary in 2020 after losses in Iowa and New Hampshire. South Carolina's win helped propel him to win the nomination. In Columbia, I'm Caroline Yaffa.